Welcome back to Steve Science Fitness. I'm Stephen Chris. We're here to bring you another installment of Fitness Fridays. I love you, Lenny. Now, in this episode, we're going to be going over what we're going to try to narrow your goal down and try to find out what workout routine you should be using. Now, there's four major workout routines in my opinion. You have getting lean and toned, kind of like the people trying to get ripped. You have muscle size bodybuilding or athlete build. You have the strength and power routine, which is more for power lifters, and then you have the endurance routine, which is more for endurance athletes. And I'm going to dive into this and break it down one by one. Now, for the lean and toned workout, you want something very close to this, and don't worry, you can pause the video. I'll hold it up for a second. But as you can see, something like that. And basically, to go over it a little bit, if you're trying to get more lean, you want to work out your muscles a little bit more. You want to do more repetitions to lose a little bit of extra weight. You won't gain as much muscle, but you burn a little bit of fat. Now, for this, you generally want high reps, around 10 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets, and generally lower weight, about 50 to 70% of your 1 rep max. Now, this is going to be for people that are just trying to lean out as much as they can, get that solid lean muscle. It's a very good way to do it. Now, the second one is going to be muscle size. Now, this one's going to break down, as you can see, is like this. And to go over this one's more for just the average person in the gym trying to get a little extra muscle, maybe a bodybuilder or maybe an athlete that wants to be stronger. Now, how this one's going to work is you want high reps, about 8 to 10 reps for 3 to 4 sets. And this one you want about medium weight, about 70 to 90% of your 1 rep max, and you want to focus on the contraction of the muscle and especially the breathing. Now, when it comes to breathing, you want to always exhale or inhale on your way down and exhale at the contraction of the muscle. Now, obviously, this is very, very important. A lot of athletes and exercise enthusiasts misunderstand or disregard this, but breathing is probably one of the most important things other than the exercise itself. Now, our next one is going to be endurance. This is going to be for more of the endurance athlete. And to go over this one a little bit, you want higher reps, okay? You want to do about 12 to 15 reps. A lot of people are kind of iffy when you go up into the really high rep range, but you just got to make sure you keep good form through all of them. You don't want to risk an injury. So 12 to 15 reps, about 2 to 4 sets, and very low percent of your 1 rep max, about 40 to 55%. And like I said, focus on form on this one. And now the last one, the main one, the one I personally use, is the strength and power one. Now, a lot of people are going to have a different opinion on this one. They're going to say, oh, you want to do low reps but high weight. Personally, me and the method I use called the conjugate method through Westside Barbell, which is the strongest gym in the world, they take a different approach. For this one, you want to do low reps, about 3 to 5 reps, and then anywhere between 4 to 9 sets. It's completely customizable. And then you do a lower weight. Now, when you do this lower weight, you focus on the explosion of the exercise. You don't worry about just getting that perfect contraction. You just explode, explode, explode. You hammer those muscle fibers. Now, for this, you go from 55% of your 1 rep max to 65 to 75, so you have some variation. But like I said, you do low reps, but you focus on the explosion. Now, to kind of piece together everything that I just said, you want to narrow your goal to try to get it to fit into one of those 4 categories. Now, to do this, you need to stop, take a minute, and think. You got to think, what kind of body composition do I want? Do I want to look a little bit more lean, kind of like a bodybuilder? Do you want to look a little bit stronger, have bigger muscles? Do you want to be stronger? You won't have as big muscles, but you'll have more strength. Or do you want better endurance? Now, a lot of you are going to say, why can't I have all 4? You can get very close. What some people do is they'll split up their workout days, do like one day for strength, another day for endurance, another day for getting toned, but it's not the smartest thing to do. What a lot of people do is they'll switch it up between months. Like they'll go through The most famous way to do it is they'll go through like a 1 month cutting diet and then another month bulking, and they just bulk and cut, bulk and cut. That's probably the most popular, but it's also the most tedious because you got to constantly be switching off. Personally, I just say stay with whatever interests you the most and whatever's the best for your sport if you're an athlete, or whatever helps you just purely live confident if you're just a normal person trying to get into fitness. Now, to go over one more point, breathing is key when it comes to your workout routine. In all of the special workouts that I showed you, you want to make sure that you're breathing perfectly, because you won't believe how big of a difference it makes in the weight room, how big of a difference it makes in your sport when you're competing as well. Another quick tip when it comes to breathing, when you're doing any kind of cardio, you want to breathe in your nose and exhale out your mouth. That's the cleanest way to breathe, and it also ensures the most endurance. Now, like I always say, guys, if you need to leave any comments, you have any questions, the comment section's down below, or you can direct message me, and I'm pretty good at getting back to you. Don't forget, guys, live confident.